I'm back. So, I guess I'm pretty much done in this location now. Finished up that hack, got the grav core out of there, and I've got that quest coming up. Where was it? Yes, this quest coming up for the Aristocrats, Christ, again. The Aristocrats needing help. Gotta do that in 3.4 days. I'm gonna have to build a bedroom, at least one bedroom, within that 3.4 days. So I probably should get going sooner than later. Oh yeah, and then this thing I'll call in once I'm where I need to be. Which means I need to leave. As far as places to go, I have this other grav core mission out in space down here. I won't be able to fly all the way over there, and I need to be on the ground in order to do the Aristocrats mission anyway. So I think I mostly just need to jump in this general southwest direction. Let me go ahead and launch now. Actually, no. I'll wait a little bit. Mostly just to let everyone rest a little bit so that when I land at my destination, I can hit the ground running. Probably wait until, like, I don't know. I guess I do have a few things left to construct. I can let that happen. And then fly out after that. Oh no! Margarita's stealing the surgery. Squirrel. That's yours. Or should it be cornbread? I'll let Squirrel get it. This will give her a nice big buffer. She should be at level 12 for quite some time. And I'll probably just leave her there. For now. And focus the rest of the medical training on cornbread. Oh, I should have put that up here. All the doors are in a line. Makes it, presumably, at least a very small amount faster. Get the hex tile in. I can demolish this thing now. No longer needed. Which means I can bring this wall back in. Dismantle that other stuff. And strip that floor out. Gives me a few more tiles to play with. I can always add it back later if I need to. So I presumably... Roof collapse. Oh, I guess that... Add a little bit of roof on it. Okay, I don't really care. I might end up needing to add more bedrooms later on. Within the ship. I'm not sure. More than likely, instead of bedrooms, it'd probably be some sort of laboratory maybe if I wanted to do more. Eclipse. Means my sun lamp's going to start drawing a lot of power. Could wait for some of that steel to come on board. There will probably be steel where I'm going. I don't have a glaring shortage of steel. I'll just leave. Got that stuff pulled off. Little roofs there are kind of silly, but I can get rid of that once I'm where I'm going to be. Because I remember how to do that. Zone. Move roof area. Do that. Alright, let's get out of here. All aboard. I'm just going to head down in this general direction. See what we have to work with down here, because that orbital thing, yeah, so it's out of range. So ideally somewhere, maybe like down in this rainforest. I think rainforests have increased disease chance, which kind of sucks. Infested with disease, despite its visual beauty, very dangerous biome, choking overgrowth, aggressive animals, and constant sickness. Yeah, it sounds kind of obnoxious. See if there's just a regular forest that I can get to anywhere. Some grasslands, some temperate forests. That might be in range of that poison, which isn't ideal. 3, 4. What's this? Well, this is temperate forest down here. Doesn't look like any of these really have a whole lot of weird stuff going on. So maybe that's the play. It's a little bit out of the way relative to here, but I think that probably would get me in range of that orbital location. Get that grav core. Wild smoke leaf, wet climate, river. Oh, that's out of range anyways. Creek. Could get some fishing in, potentially. I don't really need smoke leaf. Enough smoke leaf in real life. Yeah, we'll just land over here, I guess. Since all these other ones are just regular forests, having a little creek should be nice. I like that new engine layout. I need to set up the wires for those new turrets too, so I can try them out. Let's see what we're working with. Got some components to be had there. Big old block of steel down there. That's nice, since I was wanting to refill on that. More steel, more components. Components. Nothing too crazy, mineral-wise. Just looks like the basic stuff. Some gold ore. Close to the map edge, but that's actually kind of a nice find. Spoke too soon. This. Even more gold ore. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely spoke too soon. This place is actually kind of nice. A little awkward with the layout. How about fertile ground? What are we working with here? Okay amount. If I set up over here, up against this rock, I can potentially get a pretty nice setup where I can try to hit things as they are coming out of that gap up above there, over here. Hit them with the turrets. Rockets might struggle, but I could also just build a small wall there, and that would force them to come in from over here. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. That should be pretty good. And I can build up a little temporary, maybe not in the mud, build up a little temporary living complex over here, I suppose. Maybe just run a bridge across that pond. And possibly over here. That should be pretty good. But yeah, you've got to build the bedroom for a noble before you can even invite them aboard. Now, what is this? This is mud. Can I build on mud? I can't remember. No, I can't. Can I put bridges in mud? Yes. So mud's not too bad. Yeah, I'll probably just run a bridge right down here. Build a living complex over here. Maybe even make it a causeway, like an enclosed causeway. Just so I don't have to worry about it. At which point I guess I might as well build it up here. That's what I'll do. No space to work with over there. Well, I'll just tear these tiles down. I'll have to build a temporary shelf outside the ship just to put this stuff on. Otherwise, I'll fill up my shelf space with crap I don't actually want. And if I'm going to be here for a little while, probably would make sense to set up some amount of field, especially since I'll have guests. I can run some growing zones up here. Get a nice big thing here for rice. fact, I'm going to make that a little smaller. I'm probably going to build a wall here. Protect it from flooding, because flooding can happen sometimes, and it sucks to lose all of your crops to a surprise flood. Not fun. Ask me how I know. I'll set that to corn. If it grows, it grows. If not, not a huge deal. You know, I might actually set this one to hops, thinking about it. I can never find that godforsaken plant. And I'll make this one over here corn. Because the corn, I don't think I'm going to need a huge amount of it. Or, not corn, rice. I don't think I'm going to need a huge amount of it because it does cycle quickly. So usually it's nice to have a smaller amount of corn, or smaller amount of rice that you were just farming the hell out of, and then a very large amount of corn since you don't have to interact with it as much. It's mostly just a time thing. Have a large amount of corn somewhere off that's like your big buffer crop that happens. So for this noble, what level noble are they? They are a baron. A baron, I think, needs a fancy throne, which might be a problem, because those are mad expensive. More importantly, I think a baron needs a bedroom of size 30. So let's see what I can do with that. I'll just keep using steel. How big would that be? That's only 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would work, because I'm losing that one tile from the corner there. I guess that would work too. Do that. Bring that over. God damn it. And then there were 5 guys falling, 5 court allies. So I think I'll also add a relatively large space that can be a barracks. Like that. And I'll make this a throne room / dining room thing, most likely. Though they might be able to just use my throne room. I don't know. Can turn that chair into a throne. I'll play with that when they get here. I think the most important thing is just to get that bedroom up and running. Because that way I can get them over here. And once they're here, I'll figure out the finer details since I can't remember them off the top of my head. Let's actually move this wall one further out. Because then I can have a bridge that just comes straight down here. Like that. And I'll have... I need a heavy bridge for this. I'll have the door be on that heavy bridge tile. Alright, also I'm going to need a cut plants order, just to clear out all the trees. And then I'll need a door. Steel should be fine. For each of these bedrooms, I'll just do like that. I'll need to put floors in as well, but I'll wait until after I've got the walls built. Guess I should also make this wall up here. Just for defensive purposes. Hey, Venture. Matt just decided to rush up and jump on the computer. She used to do that and turn the thing off constantly, landing right on the power button. I had to actually disable the power button. entirely to just not do anything so that she would stop turning my computer off. Wow, starvation. Turn this fertility thing off now. It's kind of hard on the eyes. Why am I running into biostarvation? Oh, because there's no power, right? I guess the eclipse wouldn't be a local thing. That's going to be like a whole hemisphere thing. Oh, we detected a new grav core too. Frozen terraformer. Nice. I've done one of those before. There's like a big facility filled with ice you had to break through to try to find the problem machine. And the whole area is super cold. But if you're set up to run in space, then it's just kind of like space, but a little bit easier. Because space is super cold. Now, what I want to do for these turrets is have a real wire. Oh, see, this is what I was going to talk about. It's nice to have a real wire and then also have a fake wire that doesn't connect to anything. The advantage of that is that I can instantly turn these things on and off even if they don't have a power switch. Like the security doors, they don't actually have a power switch. But if I have that fake wire set up somewhere, then what I can do is hit the reconnect button on the thing. Every electrical device has a reconnect button that causes it to switch to another grid that's within range. So I can hit that reconnect button to kind of toggle between the actual power grid, the real wire, so to speak, and just some random piece of wire that's not connected to anything. So you can kind of use it like a remote, instantaneous power switch. It's really convenient. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, just marble. Thought that was uranium for a moment. Might as well hit that gold. And then I will be needing more steel. Get those components next. I'll just go after the steel that's over here first, I suppose. In fact, I can even put a door in here. Make that mining situation a little easier. Though they probably will just go around this side so they don't have to traipse around in the water. We'll see. And for this other side, it'd be nice to have a similar situation where things have to swing wide. Potentially way wide. So I could actually just bridge down through here with a wall. That should be pretty nice. Yeah. And then put a door in as per usual. Do a door there and a door down here just in case I'm down there for some reason. Yeah, now stuff's got to swing way wide and get shredded, ideally, by these uranium turret things. In fact, fuck it. Let's go all out. And take that wall out to there. Now they gotta go way out there. I'm gonna be here for a little bit, you know, hopefully. Might as well be well prepared for it. That's a little janky. Oh well. How am I doing? I'm out of wood. Well, I guess I'll be getting some from that. I'm probably going to need to use hex tile in here, unfortunately. Because it will need a certain amount of beauty. Probably will make sense to do in here too. A barracks isn't ideal as far as like comfort and happiness and whatnot. Like there's a pretty non-trivial penalty for that. But if you make the barracks nice enough, then it can still work out. Does this reach? Yeah, looks like that still connects to the grid, so I don't have to do anything in that regard. Convenient. Oh, but that doesn't actually work. Let's be like out here. yeah, my power grid. Ouch. Let's see, it's 19. This should be turning off soon. It is off. Let me crank these on. Try to quickly get my battery back up to speed. Probably should also just do some tree harvesting. Just to fill up my supply a little bit more. It's kind of non-existent at the moment. Oh, I guess I can cancel all these deconstructs too, since I'm not actually going to build there. Save me from getting all those random resources flooded in. Do want to have these wall lamps get prioritized because people work better when there's light. Well. I'll have her do the production command when she comes back around. Although I might actually have her get started on the furniture. It's good that there's gold around because a baron, I believe, requires a royal bed, which is made of gold. So, a little expensive. I do want to make sure that... oh, do I have any marble? Some. I want to make sure that it's Mal that makes that so that there's the highest possible quality. Just to help with all this keeping their mood above a certain threshold business. I'm going to oh, not that. I'm going to disable these furniture items specifically so that Mal can get to them one by one. And then I think I do also need a drape because of the royal beds or the baron requirements. Sure, we'll do buffalo wool. I got a bunch of that stuff for free. Do it like that. Kind of obscure the entrance into the room a little bit so you're not just being looked at instantly. That doesn't have a quality, so I'm not too concerned about who builds that one. Yeah, I'll have her do the production command. Ooh, is that party ready? It is. I guess that would make sense to do now. Make sure these all get switched on first. See, everyone's... Oh, wait a little bit. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Wait a little bit for everyone's rest to fill back up, and I'll start that Nova Rave. Maybe, if it goes well enough, everyone will get increased work speed for a little bit. It'll be a nice little bonus. This should be good enough. I've had relatively poor luck. Man, it's a long eclipse. Man, that's what I was saying. I've had pretty poor luck, despite the quality being really good. Oh well. Mal can still use her little production command thing. And that provides a respectable bonus to work speed. Takes a second just to haul all the crap over to it because they take a lot to build. 50 gold and 100 steel or wood or whatever it is you're using. And then they take a long ass time to actually construct. Like Mal's gonna need to go get something to eat. They're expensive enough where I really want Mal to be the one that builds it, because I do want to maximize her quality here. I might end up keeping it. If it's a good enough piece, I could keep it and replace one of my normal beds in the regular bedrooms once I'm getting ready to leave this spot. I shouldn't have put those floor tiles down. I don't know why floors get prioritized so hard. But they do. Excellent quality. Well, they'll be fine for our purposes. Quit refining chem fuel. Delete that. Hopefully that little triangle in the corner there doesn't cause any problem. I guess if it does, I can expand out a little bit and build like a false shell there just to cover it. That's a nice piece. Masterwork marble. I actually have some masterwork woods that I could replace with that. Cool. I mean, that's going to be a win no matter how the mission goes now. Do I have enough buffalo wool? I probably should have checked that. No. This will have to be cloth. Cloth is fine. I don't really care what it's made of. Where is it? Just needs to be in there. How much time do I have on that quest? Ooh, only a day. Ooh, I hope I can finish it in time. It's gonna be difficult. I need someone to build these drapes now, please. You just turn this refinery off for now. Siren call is too strong, apparently. Alright, so can I accept that now? Honor for Larissa. Yes, I can. So I do need to still build some beds over here, but that's a less pressing issue. Bed. Like that. And then I need some end tables. Where are they? I'm not going to do marble for these. Just do wood. And I will need at least one dresser. I'll probably just do 2 dressers. It's going to be a little snug. But it is a barracks. So, such is life. I do want Mal to get those beds built sooner than later, though, because I do want those guys to at least have somewhere to sleep. I mean, I guess the guy with the crown is the one that needs the bed, so that's the Phosmo whatever the hell. Phosmirusos. That's a tricky one. Is this adequate? Undignified bedroom. Not counting as all floored. That's what I was afraid of. That's okay. I should be able to do something like... Oh, wait a minute. This is just because that's mud. I think I can build these hex tiles on mud. Or, no. They're too heavy. I need to build a heavy bridge to build this floor. Okay. I think that will be all it takes. Cornbread can do construction. I'll have him work on that. I think I do still need to put a floor down. Oh, I do also need to set all these guys to not use Glitterworld medicine because that shit is expensive. That's the top shelf good shit for special occasions. That counts as flooring? I don't think it does. It doesn't. Get that hex tile in there. I don't think the door matters, but I'll be glad to have that in there. Holy shit, Squirrel made a legendary bed. I guess she was inspired, but her construction is only 14. I'm surprised. Good job, Squirrel. I can certainly use that after this is over with. One of these 2 beds can be swapped out. Cool. Well, nice job. No meditation spot, no acceptable food. Oh, shit. I hadn't considered that. They need lavish meals. And I don't know if they can do insect meat. Oh, no, I guess they can. Yeah, just needs to be lavish meals. Let's see. I guess that means I need to just turn fine meals off for the moment. Just to maximize... What are you doing, buddy? Oh, right, the blood rot. That guy doesn't need to be a doctor. Guess I should have made all of those hospital beds. Or I can mark them for medical. That'll work. I don't know if I'll even need to do that, though. I don't think I want any of these guys to be doing doctor work, frankly. I'm doing handling work. I usually go down my list. I don't want them doing warden work. That seems ill-advised. Handling, if they're good at it, I suppose. Those are fine. Cooking, nobody. Nobody gets to touch the stove. Hunting, don't love that either. Let's just turn those off. Construction, they suck at it, so no. Growing, no, I've got a better person for that. Mining, no. These guys aren't great for stuff in general. Smithing, tailoring, art. They're okay at art, frankly. I'll leave them on art. Might be able to whip up some just kind of like generic statues to make some of those rooms a little nicer. Fishing, I suppose. That works alright. Let's set up a fishing zone. Those guys are pretty good at it. As long as the fishing zone is safe, that should just be moderately helpful. I don't want them doing research. That should be alright. Alright, so is this technically fully floored? Are we good? No. Damn it. Alright, well, what I'll do is that. That closes that off. And that takes 2 tiles away. How many tiles would that leave me with? Still should be enough. I'm at a break risk. What's your deal? Sick. Well, I mean, I can't do much about that, buddy. Definitely want to leave that TV on. Should be able to cut my generators off for now. I'll leave one on. Got plenty of wood at the moment. Looks like probably will need to build a... what's the temperature here? Probably will need to build another throne. I have a feeling that they need the grand throne. I can't remember for sure, though. Maybe I can just build a little basic meditation spot. I need to put in an air conditioner. What I'll do is set it up here. And then I'm going to put a door there. Oh, right. There's that issue of the mud. Do heavy bridges all the way across. And I will put a door there when the bridge is done. Leave this open to the air. Or at least leave part of it open to the air. Let's see, that would be in zones. Man, I'm having a hard time. I want this to be a roof area. Just over the bridge. But I want the rest to be open. And what that's going to do for me is this air conditioner will be protected Because raiders, for some reason, just have some sort of like weird vendetta against air conditioning and will prioritize air conditioners. Like they'll just come and smash the air conditioners off your buildings and then fuck off. I don't get it. It's rude behavior. I do not care for it, frankly. I don't remember canceling that, but apparently I did. Do I have enough steel for this? Yeah, I should have enough steel to get this plan going. You know, I might also... Yeah, I think I probably should set all of these nobles that are visiting to stay at least in the home section, so they don't wander around too far. I don't want them going too far and then dying to some, like, random wildebeest or whatever. I prefer them to stay relatively close by. They will need some sort of recreation option. Outdoors. Otherwise, they might get pissy. They don't seem to want to just go outdoors on their own very often. So I'll just drop in a horseshoe thing. Masterwork. Nice. This barracks is currently awful. But that's because it's not floored. Inspired creativity from O's. Was he the one I had on art? Artistic 3. I don't know what he's inspired to be creative about, because he doesn't really have anything relevant to that. Okay, well, he's not inspired enough. I do need to get the food thing sorted sooner than later. Can I make insect meat fine meals? Is that it? Or lavish meals? I wonder if that counts under carnivore. It looks like it does. Do until we have 40 of them. It's got to be Biscotti because she is the best at that. Pause when satisfied. Pause at 30, or unpause when it gets down to 36. Yeah, because then they'll cook 4 at a time and bump it back up to 40. Oh, it takes up a clean amount of shelf space. They stack in stacks of 10, I think. Biscotti needs to just get working on that. Carnivore lavish meal. Why are you not working here? Insect meat. Hopefully I'm right that those guys don't mind the insect meat. I'm guessing they don't, considering they're fine with insect jelly. Do a steel door there. Run that down there. Need meditation spot, right. I'll just uninstall this chair for now. And I can drop a meditation spot there just to see if that works. And if it does, I'll just leave it like that for now. And if it doesn't, then I'll just have to build a throne and hope that a regular throne is good enough. That's in, yeah, here we go. Meditation spot. Yeah, that seems to have satisfied it for now. Cool. That seems to have solved the issue. They like the dining room, like the environment in general. This is still not great, but it will get better as the floor comes in. I'll just get that rock out of there. I do hope my guys get to these walls soon, now that the bulk of the construction's done. Because I imagine raids will happen. Man, I might need more rice than I realized. I should set this back on but make sure it's using wood. Yeah. Saves me more rice for meals and such. I'll just capture a little bit more wood. And I can have someone go hunting while Biscotti cooks. An ibex I can take out. Maybe I'll have Sammy take that out. Might also make sense to put my guys on just paste for a little bit. They don't mind the paste, and it will use up less of my food, which will leave more of it for making those fancy meals. At least until I've got a nice supply set up. And once I've got a buffer, big buffer, I can start having everyone get back on the good meals, the good shit. Never actually set him up correctly. Not that it matters. It's good to have that extra little bit of proper. I used to use those apparel policies to have everyone switch between space helmets and regular helmets. Or when they were planning on going to space or just on the ground, just to mostly save wear and tear on the helmets. And space suits, I guess, at the very beginning. Because for a good while, I had some, but I didn't have the ability to make more. Oh, it's actually kind of cold in here. What's up with that? Only supposed to be cooling to 70. Oh, it's just cool outside. I actually think I need to drop a heater in here. Turn the AC up to 72 and drop in a heater. Which means I probably will need to just keep that fuel generator running, mostly just to keep all this fueled. Extra power drain. Yeah, this setup protects the air conditioner, which is nice, and gives a safe passage between these areas if I am getting attacked. These medical treatment alerts are going to get aggravating. Looks like Biscotti's actually done cooking for now. I'm going to have her start just hunting basically everything over here. I don't have to worry about sustainable hunting when I can just leave. Not slim pickings. That'll work though. Got that steel coming in, which is good, because man, it got low. It got very low. How's this bedroom looking at this point? Slightly impressive, getting up there. Might even be good enough just with the floors once the floors are done. You know, I can even throw in a light in this hallway. Just so they don't have that little stretch of darkness when they're cruising around. Looks like my defensive walls are coming in reasonably well. Where'd Biscotti end up? Okay, she's doing her thing. Is there any arable land? Yeah, there's some arable land over here. Decent chance of this getting exploded in a fight. But I can get a little bit of rice production going over here too. With rice growing quickly if it gets blown up. It's not necessarily a huge deal. Just miss that particular harvest and hope the next one doesn't get exploded. Oh man, I wish my guys would not fight the nobles. That's going to complicate things. Margarita, I want you to heal this man. And let's see. Sammy, I could cast Pain Block on him. However, I don't think that actually lasts all that long. 3 hours? I mean, it's something. That reduces the pain. Hopefully it'll reduce it long enough where he can start to heal up a little bit. Unbelievable. What have we here? Mechhive is preparing to fight for a little bit. What are we dealing with? Centipede, one centipede with a cannon. And 4 centipedes, one of which has that godforsaken... 2 of them are incendiaries. I might actually want to have my dudes just melee these things. Because I could have one melee person go down and square off with one of those things by itself. Let a little bit of time pass, let everyone rest a little bit. We have one melee person go and square off with the one by itself, and then have everyone else go tie up the other ones in melee with just some of my gunfighters. Maybe like Mal, the ones that are a little more melee capable, and then have the remainder shooter or 2 do what they can. Speed things up. Oh, Cornbread is asking a lot. Or, you know, I'll send Squirrel. Squirrel has the advantage of having that Zeus hammer, which will keep the thing stun locked, so she should be okay on her own. And I can have her use her jump jets to get in close quickly. Everyone else is a little hungry, but they hopefully will have meals on hand. Can also potentially call in a trooper squad or something to help out. Those centipedes are pretty bad news, so I'm trying to be careful here. I just want to move these in independently if I can get away with it, because it's just hard to control too many things at once. I want to get her close enough to use her jump pack before this thing can take a shot at her. That ought to do it. Oh, overshot a little bit. Alright, so now everyone else... Oh, Slicer's here. I guess that's actually useful. Slicer can tie one of them up. In fact, it might even make sense to use Slicer specifically, because if he dies, I would be unhappy, but it's not a huge deal. I'd rather him die than one of the colonists. I'm gonna have everyone hold their fire, though. I don't want this to blow up before I want it to. Looks like I want to get a little bit closer. Close enough. Too close, perhaps. Cornbread. Jump on that one. Margarita. Sammy. Mal, probably another one that engages in melee. Squirrel's over there. Biscotti. Biscotti is probably going to make more sense to have off to the side. Then again, the sniper rifle is not super helpful in this particular fight, so maybe I'll have her get involved in the melee scuffle. Squirrel. Oh wow, she's actually bleeding out. Never take her go juice. I expected her to just trounce this thing. Everyone's in flight. Cornbread's about to get fucking smacked. Unless I actually have him jump, maybe? That might be enough. Tie it up. Margarita, get in and melee that one. Biscotti can get in and melee that one. Mal, I'm actually going to have jump because it looks like that's aiming at her. Larissa also will have jump. In fact, it probably makes sense to have anyone that's being aimed at jump. I don't know if Sammy is being aimed at. I'll still have him jump. Okay. Scotty, I need you to melee that thing. If they're all being meleeed, then they can't do anything else. Squirrel, how's life? I mean, it could be better. It destroyed her ear. Smashed her in the head, wounding her left ear and head. The go juice went off without hitch. That's good. That should help her considerably. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh yeah. Get absolutely fucked. Those things shouldn't be a problem. Oh man, Squirrel might end up having to run here. This is way worse than I expected. I'm actually going to have Sammy teleport Larissa as far as he can. Have Larissa start booking it to go help Squirrel. Because I don't like that situation. She's getting hit too much. Let's see, Larissa has landed. Oh, she's getting smacked bad. She is winning, but that is ugly. Very ugly. A little ugly for Margarita, too. I need Sammy to be helping these. Is that one dead? Not yet. Margarita, can you cast focus on yourself? You can. I need you to get down there. Okay, Squirrel gets knocked down because she is looking rough, very rough. It actually makes sense to have her just start bailing now. Well, she stunned him. Come on, Squirrel. Larissa, how far are you? Uncomfortably far. What I can do, actually, I'll call in a trooper squad out here. And that means I can have Squirrel start running as soon as his guys pop out. There. Larissa, I do still want her to keep working her way down there. Oh, this situation's ugly as well. Hope Mal's not getting hit. Oh, because I don't have these other ones firing at will. My caution has doomed me. Cornbread. Yeah, just melee this thing. I'm gonna have Mal actually hop away. Let Cornbread fight that fight. Squirrel, I want you to keep jumping. Keep jumping. Okay, that one's down. Good. That one is also down. Whoo, boy. Those things are really, really nasty. Definitely less of a problem in melee, but still no joke. I have Larissa go ahead and just grab these things. Oh, she can't. Not enough carrying capacity. Well, she can still haul this. She can't, because I don't have his own set up for it. Thumping stockpile. Just do one over here, I guess. That's a fine enough spot. Now she can do it. We'll have the uninjured folks haul these things. Mal. These three need to all just get back to base. I'd rather them not haul stuff, actually. They're all a little beat up. Fuck it. She's going to have to refill her jetpack anyways. Might as well just do that last little jump. But she does need to be healed now. Thorn, do you have any medical? No. You could self-tend. I don't think that'll be necessary, though. Why I'm out of power again? Oh, no, it's just those powered down things. What's your situation? Is your manipulation okay? Yes. Consciousness is not as good. Definitely want her to do the tending thing. Cornbread? That cornbread, you can do the tending thing. And Margarita can just get in one of these beds and have her wounds tended to. Mal is having a hard time. What happened to her? Just kind of beat up in general. Oh, because her spine got smacked. Fair enough. Not bleeding. I guess just kind of her everything got smacked. I'm going to set the prison bed to medical, because I'm going to need the extra bed, it looks like. Old goods trader. As soon as he's done with that, I can have him get Margarita. Oh, Biscotti's out hunting, okay. And then Margarita can... Actually... They'll probably best have Squirrel do it, or Cornbread do it, honestly. What I can have Squirrel do is preach health on Margarita. That'll get her fully healed sooner than later, which will be helpful. Oh, I didn't actually set this to colonists. There we go. Now it's actually an extra bed. Oh, Slicer took some hits too. Nothing too serious. Oh wow, my herbal medicines actually hit pretty hard. Go ahead and queue up a big harvest of that. This food situation is suboptimal, to say the least. Why is he... Does he need tending? No. Get out of bed. Margarita, get in bed. People heal faster while they're in a bed. I think the problem is that her grow... Yeah, I need to set bed rest to 2. Because her priority to grow stuff was higher than her priority to heal. I'd like to get her back to full health sooner than later. Alright, what sort of permanent damage are we dealing with here? Squirrel lost an ear. Not a huge deal, but probably should fix that. Mal... That's a scar from before. Looks like it's pretty much just that one ear. I can get an implant to help a little bit with that. But I guess it'll be Mal that does it. I'll just set anyone to do it. No rush on that thing. Because Mal's going to be out of commission for a moment here. That was a pretty nasty situation. The mood situation looking like? Not too bad. Looks mostly like 60 to 80. 68. What's his main problem? The pain. Oh yeah, because that fight. That was really inconvenient. Once that is over and done with, though, it looks like it'll be okay. I don't know why his sleep's getting disturbed. Oh, they don't like insect meat. They don't hate it, so whatever. We find enough stopgap. Now, I don't think I care about these guys. What do we got? Children begging for 39 medicine, help their friends at a settlement. I just... Do the nobles care? Because I kind of don't. I guess it'd be in here. They encourage child labor. I'm guessing they don't really care. Yeah, I don't see anything in here about charity. So I'm going to leave those guys alone. I don't... That's a lot of medicine. I do want to get that last little piece of the anti-clinker, but I think I need to wait at least until everyone's back at full health. Oh. It might be the time to see Klein off into the wilderness. They're up on their own. They're going to get a helmet. They're going to get a shield belt. And they're going to get some basic clothes. And I'm going to have to turn them on their way after that. Maybe they'll join these guys. So the way that I will do this is I need to temporarily make a space that is technically a prison. And then I will arrest them and put them in said prison, but leave the door open. And what that does is it just... the person just leaves. They're like, okay, I get this, I get the message. And they'll quote unquote escape. And that'll be the end of it. They'll go off and live their own lives. I think that's all I need right there. And I don't even actually need a bed. Just have a little designation spot on the floor. And that'll be adequate. Don't even need to spend that wall. In fact, I can do that and make it make a little bit more visual sense. Ooh, Thorn. Thorn gets his growth moment. Can pick new passions. I didn't actually catch what level he got to. Hopefully it was pretty high. It seems high. Although I think you can get up to 4 skills to get passions. Ooh, double passion for shooting. Would have preferred him to have some amount of passion, additional passion in cooking. I'll grab some social because that's just kind of nice to have. And I suppose I don't really need another animal handler. Drop in some crafting. And I can also pick a trait. Make him kind, rarely insults others, brighten the mood of those around him. Nervous, which is just bad. Optimist makes him happier all the time. Jealous, which is just bad. Delicate, which is just bad, or no trait at all. I think I'll make him kind where he makes other people have a higher mood. Good job, Thorn. So now he will reset down to growth tier 0 and have to work his way back up again. But 13 will be the last one. Mal is still fairly beat up. Margarita's just about healed, though. She'll certainly be good. Man, I'm still not doing fantastic on the food front. Need more meat. Biscotti, I guess I'm just using it up. Like she is getting the hunting done, like there are less animals than there were. But it's just not really enough. If I need to, I can go out on a trade mission and buy some meat. But for now, I think I need to take a short break. See you in a bit.